is just about over. How was the tour for you guys?
It was actually pretty good, not bad at all. I mean, you know, exception of like early days, which we're not fully used to, but you know, you kind of get through that and you go with it. But everybody got along really well. There's a lot of different kind of bands on it, so there's a lot of variants and stuff going on there. But overall, it went pretty smooth.
Yeah. Just saw you guys, and there was a lot of people out there for you guys today.
Yeah. You know what I'm noticing too is like there's a lot of, like from our usual shows that we play, there's a lot of young, new faces that I know definitely I haven't seen before. That kind of makes a difference too. You know, you have a whole younger metal audience out there, and they're just kind of coming up and they're trying to be familiarized with things coming out. There's so many fucking bands out there. Like every Tuesday, how many fucking records come out? It's like insane. So it's like,
because we do new CD reviews like
you see,
4 or 5 times a week, and it's like, woo! Not that I'm complaining.
So, you know, you have that, and to see young faces, and you're able to get in front of them, you know, to kind of keep it going. It's really good.
Yeah, no. Now, for the new record, Blood for the Masters, do you find that a lot of people are out here, like, are they responding really well, like your normal fans, or do you find you're gaining new fans that want to buy the new record?
I think it's a little bit of all. I mean, you know, as far as like merch goes, we have like 3 of the 5 records out there. Yeah. So we have like Haunting Curse, Carving Out the Eyes of God, and Blood for the Master. Because like in the set, we play majority Blood for the Master, but we play a song from Carving and a song from Haunting Curse as well. So, you know, it gives the opportunity to either like get the new record and then go backwards from there, do the whole Star Wars scheme for things, or you can just, you know, start at Haunting and kind of go forward like that. So
go like the most normal movies.
Yeah, we're really comfortable with a lot of the new material off the new record, so we kind of like, I guess we're kind of forcing it in a way, but it's also at the same time, it's getting really good feedback too. So we're just kind of rolling with it like that. And then like, we've had like off day shows, like last night we had an off day and we played in Boise, Idaho, and we play like 55 minutes or something like that.
Oh wow.
And so we have a lot of more variance to the set, but it's really good to have like a little mixture going on there, different things.
How long's your set here? Like you guys are kind of like right in the middle.
Yeah,
so
we have like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So we play like 7 songs, and we don't really like, a lot of bands, you know, they'll play a song and they'll chat and stuff. We make like packs, like a 3-pack and then another 3-pack and then another song. Just so it's just kind of like straight up, this is it, this is it, this is it. You know, you only have so much time. Why waste it fucking yapping back and forth? You just kind of...
Like you were saying, there's more younger fans out there now, so you kind of, the more songs you play, the more you get them hooked.
Yeah. You got to kind of get them interested in what's going on. So we kind of force it pretty much.
Now, for the new record, hoping this isn't an overly used question, what kind of inspiration or ideas really inspired this album for you guys?
It was, like, as far as writing, it's just a natural progression of the band. You know, it's everybody in the band evolving as an individual and how we play off of each other. You know, how Sammy and Zach work together as a writing unit. You know, James being in the fold now, how he works with Sammy and Zach. Because James also was from a band that Sammy has at home called Ritual Killer. And so, you know, he's in the fold now, and how he works with them, and Sammy's adding more solos to things. So what we're doing too is like we're kind of going back to more, I want to say like traditional metal, like in the like Judas Priest, things like that. We're adding that kind of element, not necessarily duplicating, but in a sense reinventing, and then also incorporating our own elements of like Celtic Frost influence, Venom, that, you know, all that kind of stuff, and then evolving in general as Goatwhore.
Like you're kind of like taking those elements but making them Goatwhore.
Yeah. So basically like the natural evolution of the band. You know, I still think that like the way the records go, if you look, I still even think, you know, maybe it's only my opinion, but I think we're still evolving as a band. Where some bands, they're like early in the stage, they're at that peak, and then they're just kind of glide at that point. I think we're still kind of going up each time because we're kind of slow, maybe. We procrastinate a little bit, but
well, no, it's good to gradually build because then your career is going to last longer, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you start way up here, then you have your fans already expect so much of you that it's...
Yeah, and like, dude, I did an interview like 2 weeks ago, and they were asking about like the first record and then now, and then they just like, do you ever look back? And I was like, I don't really think it's any like mistakes or anything like that. I just think it's part of evolution. And I'm never gonna sit there and be like, look back and go, fuck those records, that's not what we're about now. That's all a part of the growth of a band. There's a lot of bands that look back at their old records and they just kind of like never play shit from them again, they never do anything. I still think a lot of stuff on the old records could actually, you know, confront shit today.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, no.
I actually would like to hear some of it like re-recorded with the lineup we have now, just to see
if how,
you know, how it would sound with the production now, and you know, things like that. But overall, you know, I don't regret anything as far as that goes. And then I think it's a really good progression on how everybody's working together and how everybody's evolving. It takes time, you know, even when you switch out members, it takes time for a new member to kind of step in and work together as a unit. You know, sometimes they don't just fall into place. Sometimes it takes a little time for things to kind of mesh and work together. But overall, that's pretty much it. And, you know, music-wise, and then and then like lyrically and content, it's just, you know, it kind of evolves too. We don't want to just be your basic, like, you know, your evil fucking basic band. You know, we have elements that are thought out and a little bit more intelligent, and they delve into things a little bit more. I mean, we do have basic stuff like, you know, in songs like Steel and Bone Beat, Apocalyptic Havoc, it's more straightforward, it's more worship of the whole traditional kind of metal. But then on other songs we kind of delve into things a little bit deeper, and then you know, we have our own beliefs, our own ideas on how things are, and, you know, we're not up there trying to preach to anybody. We just have what we believe in, things that we like to, you know, go after lyrically and conceptually and things like that.
Yeah, no, like you were saying about the albums, like, if you think about it, like, if you hadn't made the other albums, you may not have made the album you have now.
I mean,
you may not have taken that direction. You may have made a different style of album and been like, you know what, this isn't for me, and branched out somewhere else.
Yeah, it's all a part of the evolution process. You know, it's how a band evolves, and we never want to take, like, some bands like get to a point and they want to take this drastic step and do something different. You know, we don't really want to take a huge step. We just want to naturally evolve and do what we're doing. And we're not even into like doing something like what do you call that, like a concept album or anything.
Yeah.
You know, we're more like rock and roll based.
You just let it flow through the veins.
You know, like yeah. And it's got to feel right. When we write stuff and we sit in the room, it's got to feel right. We got to know that when we go play live, we're comfortable with it. We're not just putting something out there that we're just kind of like feeding people for the hell of it.
No. And like, you're not sticking to one specific genre. Like, some bands, it works for them, but for you guys, it works more to have all the different variances of like different genres, like death metal.
Yeah, we have like a little death metal, a little thrash metal, a little black metal. You know, we always make jokes that when you go to Europe really is divided in a sense. You know, you have your black metal fans, you have your death metal fans, you know. So we fall in between. So it's like we're not black metal enough for the black metal fans. We're not thrash metal enough for the thrash metal fans. We're not death metal enough. You know, so we fall in that like little crevice. So sometimes I guess it hurts us in a way, but you know, at the same time we're just like, whatever, this is how we are. You know, we grew up listening to all these different elements, and we kind of push them all together and kind of put it out there like that.
Well, it works for you guys here, that's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we could just constantly do the U.S. and Canada.
Just keep going, don't stop. Don't even stop.
But we made a promise to ourselves that we need to go to Europe and other places more. I mean, we got to go back to Australia, like right before this tour, we went to Australia again, which was awesome. And we did do Europe with 3 Inches of Blood, Antis Apatrida, and Havoc, and that was really good. It's just that I think we need more work in Europe, you know. We need to go out there. We need to like we do here, we need to force it upon people, especially stubborn people.
Like, I know a few bands that are here that they just don't tour Europe because either the money's not there or the music, like the interest isn't there, because like you were saying, like having all the different genres. Some in Europe, they're very focused on the different divided genres and stuff like that. So
it's well, you know,
it's a little bit hard.
I think the interest is there. I just think it's like you got to get those people to open up. You know, sometimes they're just not ready to go with it. And it's not everywhere. I don't want to say that about Europe and be like across the board. It's like this.
No, they're gonna be like, oh, we don't want them anymore.
Because there's places we played. It's just it is. I mean, like if you, I don't know, some people realize that it's just like it is in different elements. But it's good too, because in Europe too, the people there with metal embrace it so fucking hard though too, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when they're in the metal, they're in it for fucking life. It's not like a weekend warrior fucking thing.
No,
you know, so it's not like a few years from now it's a person that goes, oh, I used to listen to metal like a couple of years ago, but you know, I changed a little bit, I got married, and I'm gonna change my view. No,
that doesn't
when a person
happen
in Europe's into metal, it's like dead set in the veins for the rest of their fucking life.
Oh yeah, that's even like festivals and stuff like that too. They're so mixed with stuff, because I noticed Hellfest this year had like Ozzy and Steel Panther, and then it would go to like King Diamond and Enslaved and Behemoth, and it's just like, it's such a variance. So they are accepting of all the different ones. But yeah, they're so accepting of it anyway. But so back to the questions now.
Like I said, some of the answers are long-winded, you know.
I didn't help. I just kept going. You're inspiring. There you go.
Artwork for Blood from Master. We sorted it out for like a vinyl version, CD version, two different things. And our friend Jordan Barlow did it from New Orleans. He works at a tattoo shop, Hell and High Water, and he does like hair ink and everything like that. And he's really good. He's really good with like I'm into like a lot of that like old woodcut stuff, like Doré, Albator, things like that. And he's really good at capturing things like that. So I had this concept, just going through lyrics and concepts and beliefs of the band, and I had this whole idea for the layout, folding out, and everything like that. And I went to Jordan, and me and him sat down one evening, and I kind of drew little stick figures and such to
like
kind of. I was like, look, this is what I'm like. This is what I'm thinking about. Of you know how I'd like the art to be and how I kind of represent. He was really into it. You know, he likes. The thing is like you know, just like any other tattoo artist, when you come to them with something unique, they'll take off.
Yeah.
You know, when you come to them with like the Tasmanian Devil with the rebel flag, they're just like, oh, not another one of these again.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So I came to him with it, and I was like, okay, and I said, and they have to be big pieces because some of it's going to be on vinyl. So when we scan it all in, we don't want it to be this big, and then we have to
need
blow it up.
full size.
So, you know, we sat down with him, we kind of went over ideas and different things like that. And the cool thing is, too, is he has his own kind of ideas with stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, not only does he take my ideas, but then he incorporates his own things.
Yeah.
And so, we sat down, drew it out, little thumbnails of everything, and then he worked on it. And then 3 weeks passed, whatever. He's like, all right, you want to go check out what we did? And it was perfect. From the get-go, it was fucking perfect. I was just like, wow, this is amazing. This is exactly
really
what
cool.
you know, like, because for the CD, it's like the arm with the nail in it, and it blows down to a skull, but then the image folds out, and it bleeds down. And the whole idea was like the blood was almost like a border.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a border around a picture, but a border connecting a whole element of several pictures. And then like the vinyl too, I was like, yeah, I want to do something different with the vinyl, so it's different from the CD. And we worked that out, and he did an amazing job. He's done some other stuff for us, like shirts and stuff in the past, but you know, and he was really excited about this whole thing. So, you know, it really, I think we kind of nailed it on what we wanted to do with it. I'm really excited because the next record, knowing that you know, his ability to do what he can and then like take it and expand it, is just gonna be awesome to go with the next one.
We'll look forward to the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you, Ben, for doing this interview for Metal Titans.
No problem.
Before we finish, anything you'd like to say to fans?
This is the question that I'm always stumped on.
Just stand there and be like,
yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. Nothing, just, I don't know, in the band, support them. You know, let's see, okay, the whole download thing, I'm not really a big person on that. I really could give a shit less, to be honest with you. You know, if you really want to just download the record, I don't care, go do it. I'd rather you show up to my show and know the fucking songs and jam out rather than being there and like with a fucking stupid look on your face and not knowing what we're doing. So, you know, and if you really dig it, then go ahead and buy it and buy shirts. And I don't mean that just for us too. I mean that for all these bands, you know. And I understand people not having the ability to buy all these records, because like we said, every Tuesday, fucking so many records come out. And I don't expect every kid to buy every fucking record on every Tuesday. So, you know, by all means,